Hello everyone, I'm Pluvia Aeterna and welcome to a new gaming news stream. So let's get right into it. So let's start with God of War Remastered leaked. Let's start with this video. Give this guy a subscribe and a like if you like this video. And yeah, we should get into it.
The God of War series might be at a crossroads. We just got a new update about the next God of War game. If you watched my latest video on God of War, I spoke about how Kratos might be headed to Egypt. Well, according to the source that actually corroborated the story, it might not be that Kratos is headed to Egypt. However, the next God...
That's unfortunate. I think Egypt pharaohs or mummies or like gods can really make good bosses for this type of game, don't you think?
War game will be set in Greece and it will feature a younger Kratos, which immediately whenever I heard that,
I think we got too many of them in Greece, but I think people will be happy about them anyhow, like me, like the people that didn't play them, or they didn't play them too much, like me, like I only play God of War 2 and I only played a bit. So yeah, I would like a new version of it on PC, a remastered version. If it's remastered a lot and it's remastered in a good way or remade or whatever.
I was like, this has got to be the remake that he's talking about, where remaster. We have a lot to cover, so check the video chapters for easy viewing. Also, I'm giving away a PlayStation 5 at 175k subscribers. If you're looking to enter, check the pinned comment for those details, and let's get into it. So right into the news. This is actually coming from the Insider Gaming podcast, and Tom Henderson, who is one of the insiders that corroborated the story about Kratos heading to Egypt. Well, he has since clarified his stance on the podcast, and this is what he had to say. And I quote, "I do need to apologize because last week there was a bit of a blunder. There was a rumor about God of War set in Egypt. I kind of corroborated that." He then went on to mention that some of the stuff...
Hopefully they do God of War in Egypt anyhow in the future. Would you like that?
He says should be taken with a grain of salt, as it's just stuff that he's heard in rumblings. He continued on.
Do you think Egypt gods can make really good bosses? Or Greece gods are better? Like in the old games.
I was saying, but yeah, so we did that God of War rumor last week, and then I got a message in the morning, like a couple of hours before the podcast went live, and from what I've been told,
I think they can make a God of War for any culture, kind of like what Assassin's Creed does, because there are cool gods in any culture, but that's my take on it.
Isn't set in Egypt, it's actually set in Greece, and it's going to be a younger Kratos this time. He continued on with saying,
if it's made like really brutal and they keep the formula of the combat and everything in the game, I think any type of culture, gods can work as bosses in this type of games.
And apparently the storyline's more to do with his relationship with his father and all of that kind of stuff, but he doesn't really know the details beyond that point. He said then there were rumblings of a remaster or a remake at one point for the whole Greek trilogy, so maybe they're going to do a remaster and then like a fourth game or something, or a reboot or something like that, who knows? To which somebody else on the podcast said, yeah, it sounds like a prequel, and Tom said,
I think at this point, myself just playing God of War 2 a bit, the old one, I think I would like a remaster, but whatever games comes and it's God of War, I think it's, and keeps the same formula, I think it's a good game.
That's what I'm hearing at the moment, which he's talking about just the fact that whatever they're doing next could be a remaster, a remake, or an entirely new game that is a prequel. So to kind of unpack that news, first and foremost, I do think that we're going to get a remaster or a remake of some sort. Right now,
I think so.
Kind of leaning more on the remaster side of it.
Because it's easier to do than a new game, and they can make lots of profits because they attract new audiences and even older ones for the nostalgia, maybe. Do you feel that's the case?
Things just because it would be much easier to do a remaster than it would be to do a full remake from the ground up, which we have a big anniversary for God of War coming up. It's the 20th.
And those fan-made remakes look amazing in Unreal Engine 5.
8th anniversary, which that'll be celebrated
Look at this
year. Which if you go to the channel, you know I've reported on rumblings of a 20th anniversary remastered collection for the Greek Saga games releasing this year, and it could be revealed as early as the State of Play, which is rumored for this month.
Look at everything in this video.
Future what?
It looks really awesome. The architecture, the textures, the lighting, the God rays, everything looks great.
As well as a God of War collection being at this showcase. Well, as well as a God 1 month. Future what?
Look at this stuff. I love how the shadows look.
Actually pre-recorded this one. I was talking about
And the draw distance is really far.
the God of War Remastered Collection being at the showcase. Well, we got official.
Everything's good. Everything looks great.
PlayStation State of
Only the motion of the main character looks a bit janky, I think.
So PlayStation.
But other than that, everything is awesome.
Tomorrow, February 12th. Tune in at 2 p.m. PT or 5 p.m. ET for news and updates on great games coming to PlayStation 5. They then continue to confirm that the show celebrates a creative and unique selection of exciting games from studios around the world. And we got confirmation on the duration of the State of Play, which that will be a 40-minute show, which is really exciting. Now, I actually recorded this video on the 10th of February, and we're on the 11th right now. And in the previous video, I spoke about how we could be getting a prequel game in the God of War series, because according to Tom Henderson, he said...
I don't think they announced any God of War, as I remember, during the State of Play, but I might be wrong. I don't think I even... Yeah, I think they didn't announce any. Maybe. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments.
Next game will actually delve into the relationship with Kratos and his father, which, like, we've already had those games, so I'm guessing what Tom Henderson was meaning was this was, like, either, like, a potential teaser or maybe he's not.
Cannot wait to play those games.
Whatever we're getting will be a
Cannot wait to play God of War Ragnarok 2018.
remaster or
because I never played them.
remake of some sorts, which just brings
And I love those Viking cultures, Norse cultures.
us to the biggest news today, and this is according to Feeling Examination
Damn, look at the reflections too.
Reddit. And this user actually leaked
Here in the water.
release date as well as quietly leaked the Ninja Gaiden reveal. And according to that user, they say that a God of War Greek Saga remaster is coming to this week's State of Play. So according to Feeling Examination, they posted on Reddit, Hell is Us launches on September 4th, 2025, and release date is on the 14th of February.
Did they do that? They play 2025. God of War Saga remaster rumored, but 2025 release for a 2025 release. Release on to play February 2000. So was God of War? I don't remember. All the games. No, I don't think so. So I was right. This gun remastered. I don't care about that. Even though I love this gun to death, and I still playing it. I was still playing it, but yeah, I don't see it here. So let's get back to it.
According to the State of Play, they said, heard it from someone. It's no source yet, but don't delete it until we get the release date. I am pretty confident. And in the replies, Feeling Examination said this, and I quote, I only want to be tier 1, which that is like tier 1 leaker on the Reddit. And then they said, maybe I should say the God of War Remastered are there.
On tier 1, so maybe I should see that God of War Remastered are there. Same type of collection releasing this year. I don't know the date, but probably sooner than expected. They might develop it without any news, maybe.
Some type of collection releasing this year. I don't know the date, but probably sooner than expected. So now that we know that a State of Play from PlayStation is happening tomorrow,
the sky
we're hours away from knowing
the particles
getting a remake or a remaster. Now, according to this leaker as well as Tom Henderson, it sounds like a remaster is what we're going to get, which honestly, if they do a remaster, it makes the most
sense. Most likely.
Which is about to be...
Look at the fire too. Oh my god.
It takes place on March 22nd, I think it is. So yeah, it totally makes sense for them to announce a remaster and then...
It's fire well and volcanoes.
But I do think that there's still a possibility that a remake isn't...
Really well. This is the best I've seen in any game, I think, this year. If it's from the game, it's really great. Look at this fire and volcano effect.
Sense, which is about to be the 20th anniversary of the God of War series, which that takes place on March 22nd, I think it is. So yeah, it totally makes sense for them to announce a remaster and then release it this March. But I do think that there's still a possibility that a remake is in the works as well. I'm talking like a from the ground up remake. There's been multiple rumors of a full-on remake happening for like a while now. The last one was like a few months ago. I actually reported on the channel that we'd be getting a God of War 1 remake, like from the ground up remake, but then that collection would also...
Yeah, I love that because I never played the one. Only played the second for a bit.
Games like God of War...
Like I'm in the second level or whatever.
2, 3, Chains of Olympus, and Ghosts of Sparta and Ascension, which according to that previous leak...
I don't play much because lots of other games right now and I have little time for it, but... For sure, I'll play it in the future and finish it too.
Development is being handled by Nix's Software,
there's all the architecture
working on the remake, and who are working in collaboration with Santa Monica Studios. Now, the previous leak mentioned that it would be revealed in March of 2025 as a part of the 20th anniversary of God of War. So yeah, it's hard saying what they're going to do. Like, in some ways, I hope that tomorrow we just get a big remake reveal, where we get the Greek Saga games with the gameplay style of the later God of War games.
Yeah, too bad it didn't happen.
Take God of War 2018 and Ragnarok, but put them in Greece. Like, that would be an absolutely wild announcement if we got that tomorrow.
Put them in Egypt, please, because I really love the mysterious atmosphere. I think God of War can fit that really well. The atmosphere, the bosses, the gods in the, like I said before, in the Egypt culture, the feeling of it too. Maybe give him chains again. And maybe do like battles inside pyramids and lots of cool places we could visit too. There, lots of mysteries to uncover and stuff like that, and stories to tell. I think besides Greece, Egypt fits the best, and Norse culture too, like they did for the last two games. But other cultures, I was thinking about Inca or Maya cultures that can work too, as they have pyramids and mystery and cool gods and stuff like that. Yeah, but any culture, if it's done well, I think any culture can work well.
I don't think it's going to happen. Like right now, from what we've heard from the new leak that just dropped and from Tom Henderson, I am leaning more in on the remaster side of things, and we just get a big collection that releases.
Because everybody's doing them, so statistically a remaster has the most probability of coming, I think, rather than a new release. Or a new release, because a reboot is a new release.
This is next month. And now let's talk about the overall expectations. With it being just a remaster collection, I wouldn't expect like anything major outside of like some graphical changes. As much as I would love to see a full from the ground up remake for...
Unfortunately, they should remake it from the ground up, I think.
All of the God of War games.
But keep the same vibe, the dark vibe of the second game, I think.
Games, that's just not feasible. Like, it's not going to happen. If anything, they're just going to give us a remake of the first one, and then the rest of the games would just be graphical overhauls. Now, one of the exciting aspects of it just being...
Yeah, if they do a collection, the quality, I think, decreases because they have lots more work to do. So, to finish the games faster, they have to decrease the quality or not increase it as much for each of the games, I think.
Remastered collection is the possibility of a PC release. Right now on PC, the only...
Yeah, make them on PC too, because we don't have them. So it opens up to a new market and they make lots of money, I think.
Way to play the original God of War games.
What do you think?
Games is via emulation. So for the majority of gamers on PC, they've only really experienced God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. And both God of War 2018 and Ragnarok sold...
That's what I'm talking about.
...really well on the Steam marketplace.
Yeah, I think so. Because they are really good games, they sold really well.
So having a remastered collection for
makes sense
available on Steam would just be awesome. Like, it would be the best timeline. Like, being able to play all of the God of War games that I've been wanting to play on PC without emulation is a dream come true. Now, with this game being released as early as March, there are some concerns that I've had. Now, Nixxes Software, along with Santa Monica Studios, are the ones who are rumored to be developing the remastered collection. Now, for pretty much the entire history of Nixxes Software releases, I've really not been concerned at all. Like, there's been so many games that Nixxes Software has released on the Steam marketplace that have been absolutely incredible ports, except the Spider-Man 2 port. Now, Spider-Man 2 port has currently got mixed reviews on Steam right now.
That's unfortunate, but maybe they can patch it later. But it's good that a company that has good history is taking care of those ports to the PC.
Mainly because of the bad optimization. I'm not going to say that like Nixxes Software is going to get the God of War Remastered Collection wrong. Like, I don't think that's going to happen because it is just a remaster. And Spider-Man 2 in scale is just a way bigger game than any of the God of War games. But I'll just keep that in mind as we approach.
It's more open world, I think. Never playing those games, the last two games of God of War.
Approach the potential reveal and launch.
But Spider-Man is more open world. It's a bigger game, I think. Map-wise. Kinda, not quality-wise, I mean. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad either. They are all great games.
Remastered collection. So what happens if we don't get a remastered collection revealed during the State of Play tomorrow?
We'll cry about it, of course.
Well, for one thing, the leaker that said that it's getting revealed tomorrow is going to be dead wrong. He will not get Tier 1 status. I have a feeling that he will be right, though, because we're so close to the anniversary. Like,
I don't know what that means, Tier 1 status, but if you can tell me in the comments, that would be great.
We know PlayStation will do something because it's the 20th anniversary. Like, it would be wild to not do anything. But if they decide not to give us...
If there's an anniversary, yeah, they should go big on it. that's expected will attract lots of eyes, and they can attract lots of customers because of that.
To reveal, then I would say our next best bet would be during the anniversary week of God of War, which the 20th anniversary of God of War, as I've mentioned, is, I believe, March 22nd. I think it's just sometime in March. So straight up, if we don't get the remastered collection revealed during the state of play and we only get a remake, I still think a collection is coming, but it'll just be announced and revealed on the day.
Hopefully it's way better remade than the Tomb Raider collection, which is just here and there improvements.
Of the 20th anniversary, and then they just hot drop the launch.
I like this. I would really like to see a complete remaster of all those, or remake, not remaster, remake, like make the game from ground up. I think that was called remake from zero, not just small graphical and texture improvements and stuff like that. Because those games deserve it, and they can attract lots more customers with a complete remake from ground up, I think. What do you think?
I might actually prefer that. Like, if there is a remake in the works, which, again, I don't know if it is or not. Like, imagine, like, Kratos walking on screen and he just starts raging out in a cinematic, kind of like what we had with the reveal for God of War 2018, where Atreus walks in the house and then Kratos getting, like, imagine that same thing happening, but instead it's like Kratos, like, just breaking something. Like, that would just be awesome.
I did that to not hear the spoilers, because
again, it's hard saying what they're going to do. Hopefully we get that big reveal tomorrow. I will be live streaming the state of play tomorrow once it goes live. I'll likely start streaming about 30 to 40 minutes early, so definitely be there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe with your noties on, and until next time, this has been Wes. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.
Okay, so give a like and a subscribe if you want to this guy. Let's read this too. Oops. So God of War fans marking their calendars for 22 March. There are plenty, it's with good reason, there are plenty of question marks surrounding what's next for God of War franchise. Fair to say Kratos is likely to continue, albeit in a new saga with both the Greek and Norse chapters now having closed. God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC includes the weapons from the Aztec. Yeah, an Aztec. Exactly, I was thinking about this on my Inca Aztec type of culture, my work. Amazing. Japanese mythologies, maybe, if done well. Leading many of to wonder whether this may be a hint towards Kratos' next location. Hype then intensified in recent weeks when an online leak pointed towards Egypt being the most likely contender. But oh my friends, the plot has thickened. Leakers then surfaced to say that Kratos might be heading back to Greece, although it seems become clear that this is perhaps more likely a remastering of the game original trilogy rather than a new Greek saga. After all, yeah, I would love any of those, even a new game, not just a remaster or remake or an Egypt one. But the remastered trilogy was assumed to perhaps surface during the recent state of play, but having failed to do so, God of War fans were left deflated. Yeah, I'm left deflated right now. I lost a few kilos because of it. Ali is not lost, though, as many are optimistically marking 22 March on their calendars. Valhalla is a fantastic free DLC if you've yet to play it. In fact, they explore Kratos' heritage, so I can see Santa Monica doing it again. The original God of War will celebrate its 20th anniversary on 22 March. What better time is there to release the Rammer Remastered Trilogy? This isn't simply a random theory. Fans have evidence to back up why they are so excited. Last year, 152 to Twitter to write, can you imagine what Santa Monica will do for the 20th anniversary? Cory Barlow, game director of God of War 2018 and creative director of God of War Ragnarok, replied, I can. Admittedly, it doesn't give a ton away. Yeah, they should, as I said, they should go for any of these. They should go big for any of those anniversaries with their releases, because lots of eyes are towards them, towards the developers and publishers. So I think that's the case. They should do that. They should go like collection, remaster collection, or a new game or whatever. This is the time when they have the most eyes on them, I think. Other than that are just release dates, maybe, when they have the most eyes on them as well. Cory Barlow, game director of God of War 2018 and creative director of God of War Ragnarok, replied, I can. Admittedly, it doesn't give a ton away, but it's just a little spot that proves that Santa Monica is planning something, whatever that is. Okay, so that's for God of War news for today.